Hi everyone, my name is Kirsten Puskar. I'm the diabetes educator for Chestnut Hill Endocrinology, and I do the diabetes workshop at Center on the Hill every Wednesday. Well, it used to be every Wednesday from 12 to 2. It's free, you don't need to register. We have 4 different classes. The first one is about general diabetes. The second one we talk about food. The third one we talk about avoiding complications, possibly reversing diabetes or prediabetes. And then the last week, the 4th week of every month, we cook. So maybe with all of this social distancing, maybe I'll go over some recipes at the end or cook online. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm glad you're joining me today. I'm so sorry we're not in person, but this is absolutely for the best. Obviously, want to flatten that curve. So what I do is talk about general diabetes information. If you want some personal information, you'd have to call me. My cell phone number is 215-527-4193. If you want to meet with me about personal things, it's free. If I just charge your health insurance plan. If you don't have health insurance that covers nutrition counseling, I charge $50 for half an hour. There's some homework involved, and you can still get a lot out of it with a lot of handouts and a lot of personal information. The biggest thing about diabetes is everyone is different. So it would be great if we could just tell you, oh, this is a diabetes diet and this is how it goes. But unfortunately, like I said, everybody has diabetes differently and different things work for different people. So we really need to figure out what would work best for you. And that's where information comes in. So come on. Well, and now I guess we're going to come on the website. I'm going to try to do videos every week and talk about what is diabetes. So biggest question, I have my diabetes conversation map here on my china cabinet in the dining room. Kind of funny. So how do you know if people have diabetes or not? Well, the big thing is their blood sugar. So they check their blood sugar, and if it is elevated, then they know that the person is having trouble with their pancreas, and we want to help people find ways to improve their health and reduce their blood sugar and hopefully live a very healthy, happy life with very few complications. That's the goal. There's different types of diabetes. There's type 1, where your pancreas doesn't give any insulin at all. There's type 2, where your insulin, it could be slightly less than what people who don't have diabetes have. It could be almost to the point, you have no insulin, and but that's still called type 2 if you even have just a little bit. Another way people have type 2 diabetes is if they have plenty of insulin, but their cells are insulin resistant. So we talk about ways that we can reduce insulin resistance. And I'll give you a spoiler alert, it's exercise. So there's also gestational diabetes, where the placenta in the mother, it counteracts the activities of the insulin. And then so once they have the baby, the placenta is gone, and then they typically do not have diabetes, but it takes about 3 to 5 years to figure out if that's the case or not. There's a small percentage of women who end up getting diabetes after they've had gestational diabetes. And then there's prediabetes. And a lot of people, from what I've seen, they feel that they don't have diabetes at all. But it's really just the beginning stage of diabetes. So if your doctor tells you have prediabetes, go see a dietitian. Figure out ways that we can reverse the situation. And I can tell you one thing. Everyone's like, oh, they gave themselves diabetes. They ate too much sugar when they were younger, blah, blah, blah. That is not the case. Diabetes is really a genetic disease. 90% of the people who have it, somebody in their family has it. It's like having red hair or brown hair. Well, you have a pancreas that has a little bit of trouble. So we're going to figure out a lifestyle that still lets you enjoy your life, have good food, and maybe even reverse diabetes. The big thing that they're finding with people who have diabetes, their pancreas has a lot of trouble when they eat a lot of animal products. So whether it's fish or steak or chicken or eggs or cheese or yogurts, the more that you have mostly those animal products and very little vegetables, that's very hard on your pancreas. The pancreas has to give 5 different enzymes for those things to be digested, and if we can incorporate more vegetables to keep you full and less animal meat, then and there's a lot of protein in vegetables, including beans and broccoli and collard greens and spinach. All of these are wonderful sources of protein, so it's not like you have to have chicken or fish all the time. So we talk about nutrition, we talk about the ABCs of diabetes. The A is A1C. This is how much sugar coats your red blood cells. If you are having a percentage of 5% or less, you don't have diabetes. If they check your blood sugar and the blood cells on the A1C test, and you are in the range from 5.7 to 6.5, that is the prediabetes range, and from over 6.5 to 14%, unfortunately, that is full-blown diabetes. So we have to work on ways to reduce that blood sugar, whether it's activity, whether it's eating more vegetables. I don't take anything out without swapping something in. So just saying, oh, I'm not going to eat carbs anymore, that is not going to be a good solution at all. So ABCs, the A is A1C, the B is the blood pressure. We want to keep it less than 140 over 90. And the C is a cholesterol. We want your LDL cholesterol to be under 100 or 99, whatever we can get it to. And about the diabetes diet, it really isn't a diet, it's a lifestyle. Of course it's a lifestyle. There's a recent study that just came out yesterday, actually, where they looked at the 14 top diets, and they found that, yeah, most of them did produce weight loss for the first 6 months, and then after 12 months, they go back with those people. Not only did they gain it back, but they gain it back with a little bit more. So think about how you can incorporate more vegetables into your life, more activity in your life, more water into your life. High blood sugar you can reduce with drinking more water. It dilutes the blood. All these kind of great ideas. And then the last thing I just want to say, I'm going to try to do these videos every week. I'd like to do them every week. And next week I'm planning to do an interview with Mary Angela, who runs the Center on the Hill. She has a bunch of good questions, and then maybe we can make it a little more interactive once we figure all this stuff out. So it was wonderful to see you. Please join me again at Center on the Hill website, and keep healthy. Thanks.